In for Maine South sitting in, filling in for Terry Lockman and Bert Groner tonight. We've got an interleague matchup tonight, Mid-Suburban League Hersey Huskies and the Central Suburban League Maine South Hawks. And Joel, you're familiar with Maine South. Tell us a little bit about the team.
Yeah, I'm a senior at Maine South, and I'm one of the statisticians there. And I've been with the team all year. Basically, what's the situation here is we come in with a record of 9-9, 3-3 in the conference. We came off a big win off Maine East last night. And the particular people to look for is Mike Juniman and Mark Kubo, who have averaged usually around 10 points a game, Kubo around 13. And those are the two all-conference players that have come back from last year to help the team this year.
Ball handling done mostly by Paul Leongas.
Paul Leongas has been our point guard, and he's really helped us out as far as the guard position is concerned. And Kubo and Juniman have been the big scorers, and Paul Leongas has been the big assist man. He's been the leader in assists this year.
Okay, it's going to be size on size tonight, as Joel mentioned. A couple of big fellows for Maine South. Juniman comes in at 6'7". Stan Holson is 6'8" off the bench, and Kubo, a big 6'4". Hersey comes across at 6'10" with Bill Markham, their starting center, and Tom Kelly, 6'7.5". So we'll see some action under the boards. We'll be back with all the action tonight from Maine South in Park Ridge right after this break. As we watch the introduction of the Hawks at this point, Hersey's just been brought on the floor. Let's take a look as they come out. We are ready for action at Maine South. Jim Mitchell along with Joel Van Diggel and Jamie Butcher, our statistician tonight. And as we mentioned, Joel, to start off, we've got size on size tonight. As you look at the fellas walk out on the floor, 4 guys out on the floor over 6'4", 6'5" tonight easily.
Yeah, Bill Markham, the center for Hersey, is 6'10", and he's the guy that Maine South is going to have to stop as far as the rebounding and the shooting is concerned.
Hersey's off to a 10-8 start. They trail Fremden Palatine in the Mid-Suburban League North. But they've got to be frightening some people with both Markham and Kelly as juniors this year. Gives them certainly something to work for next year. When you have a coach like George Zigman, who has been around a good number of years and took a team to the Elite 8 last year, you know you're going to have a quality ball club each and every year at Hersey. We're set now. Maine South is going to work left to right as you watch it here in the first quarter. 8-minute quarters in IHSA basketball. We're ready for the jump, and we're underway. Tip controlled by Hersey. Hersey will set it up. Ball goes to Rob Koziel, number 50. He'll control the ball tonight for Hersey. Koziel comes to the near side. They go baseline now. Back on top to Koziel. Koziel works, and they're going to work it around. Jump shot from about 15 feet. Rims out, rebounded underneath, up and in. Nice play by Tom Kelly, the junior. He comes in 6'7.5". Hersey comes out in a press now. Maine South handles it. Brings it across the line. We've got a one-on-one move now to the far side. Shot up, won't go, rebounded by Hersey. Interesting game under the boards tonight. We'll have to watch it. Hersey wants to run as they come down court. Piestrup hands it off to Koziel. Koziel will set them up. Piestrup sets up on the near side. Koziel watches and comes to Piestrup. 54 is Markham. That's the big kid with the ball. Over to Koziel now. Koziel goes around to the other side. Piestrup has it, looks, comes back on top. Here's Koziel. He'll take the move, try the baseline. We've got a foul. Shot is up. It will count. And the first foul of the game with the whistle, number 24, Gary Francis.
Maine South appears to be in a 2-3 zone on defense, and I guess the object here is to try and keep number 54, Bill Markham, out of the game for Hersey, and to keep him out of the rebounds, because with his 6'10" frame, he's liable to grab many rebounds tonight.
Juniman and Kubo are going to have their hands full. They're going to have to play a hard game underneath the boards. Here's Koziel. They'll put it up, goes off hard, but the rebound is back up. Again, will not go. Nice tip try by Koziel. Cannot get it in. Good effort. The shot was put up by Markham. He did not get it. Koziel came in from the outside. Hersey retains possession. Inbounded now. Goes back on top to Koziel. He's at the free throw line. Fakes now, comes across to Piestrup. He'll shoot it up, and he got it. Left-handed shot. And we got a 6-0 score.
Maine South, pretty much the way things have been going early in the game, has not been going too well as we have a foul on the play.
Hersey shows a pretty tenacious press down at this end. Chris Pollock, the other starter for Hersey, whose name we have not called. And Maine South will bring it up now. The press is called back. It'll be tossed in by Leongas, and it will go to Tom Gatz back to Paul Leongas. Leongas, a senior, 5'11", 165 pounds. He'll set him up now. This is Gatz. Go underneath now. Number 50 is Juneman. He'll try and go up. Tipped away. Should be a Hersey possession. I thought it would go the other way.
Maine South having a little trouble inside early in this game. Kubo missing an easy layup on that play.
This is Pollock, gives it back to Koziel. Koziel on the right side, over to Pollock. Pollock 6'2", goes baseline, shot up by Markham, won't go. Nice rebound, brought down hard by number 50, Mike Juneman. Maine South now trying to get on the board with 6:18 left in the first quarter. We'll watch it from up on top. Ball goes down to the baseline. Comes back on top now to Leongas. Leongas sets him up. Goes across to Gatz. Gatz down baseline now. Back across court. Attempt up the lane is in by Leongas. Nice move.
Especially considering that he had Markham to deal with, and he had to put the shot over Bill Markham. He was successful.
Baseline shot by number 54 will not go. That's Markham, and the rebound brought down by Juneman. Here comes Maine South on the run. They'll stop and bring it back up. Leongas sets him up again, starting on the left side, directs his team, comes across to Gatz. Gatz now looks baseline, goes back across court to Leongas, fakes, loses the dribble, goes down baseline on the far side. Now he'll try a shot, fakes, baseline underneath. Now we got a foul as they went to Kubo inside. Kubo and Juneman are going to have to find themselves free and take the shot when it's there. Tom Kelly's first foul, inbounded now underneath by Maine South. Drop it back to Leongas. He goes to the far corner. Got a traveling call here. That was 34. Or 24, I'm sorry, Gary Francis. Took the step before he made the move. 6-2. We're in the first quarter at Maine South. This is Koziel now. He'll direct the team. Working to Pystrip. Pystrip down to Markham. Here's Koziel. He'll take the jumper. Won't go off the back of the rim. A nice, big, strong rebound again. Number 50 goes up. Juneman. Hawks run. Stop. Set up. Look for Leongas. Leongas across to Gatz. Gatz on the right side. Back to Leongas. He'll take the jumper without the dribble. Off. Won't go. Rebound handled by Markham. Out now to Pystrip on the run. He'll put it up over the defense of Leongas, who went up and got the foul on it.
Paul Leongas has been a big asset to the team this year, and he's a candidate for all-conference. He's averaged about 10.3 points a game, and with the big point guard controlling the game, he's got to be a well-talented person. I think Paul fills that.
Jeff Pystrip, a 6'1", 160-pound senior, hits the first shot. 7-2 lead right now for Hersey. Get a look at Jeff. The shot is up and good for the second one. 8-2, 6-point lead right now. Hersey shows the press now. It's Kelly that came up on it. Now they drop back. Maine South with the ball. Trying to get something going inside at this point. Leongas on the near side goes across to Gatz. Gatz goes, bounce pass to Juneman. Juneman on the far side looks, goes back to Gatz. Gatz across to Leongas. Leongas tries to go inside. He does, gets it into Francis. We've got a whistle, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Apparently the call is going to be on Gary Francis. He was in the lane too long with the ball, and that's considered a violation.
Jerry Nelson, coach of Maine South, trying to get his team going here. Down by 6 with 4:22 left. Here's Koziel again, trying to penetrate. He'll take it from the free throw line. Comes up short, rebound by Francis. Hawks come out running. Nice outlet pass down to the far side. Move will not go. Markham with the rebound. Tied up nicely by Leongas. Will have a jump ball, and of course the alternate possession rule in effect in IHSA play now, so Maine South will have the first possession, inbounded now by Gary Francis.
This is the first year the alternate possession rule has been used, and it's been used in college, I think, for the last 4 or 5 years, and they seem to like it.
This is Gatz now. Gatz goes across to Leongas on the near side, looks for some help. Working now to the far side. Here's Francis. He'll put up his first shot off the back of the rim. It won't go, and here comes Pystrip with the rebound. Pystrip on the dribble. Bounce pass to Koziel. Koziel tries baseline, has no room. Turns, comes back on top to Pystrip now. Pystrip goes across. He's going to set it up again. Here's Chris Pollock with his first attempt. Off the rim, comes off high. We're going to have a call against number 54. That's Markham over the back, and I think I've got 2 on him now, or is that his first?
That's his first.
Okay.
Third team foul on Hersey, and Maine South will inbound it. Underneath the basket they defend.
Referee allows the first substitution tonight as big Jim Melisko checks in. Melisko number 52, he's 6'1", 215, a senior. Maine South now brings it up, a slow walk by Leongas, tries to get his troops where he wants them. Looks like they're going to go to the far side. Back to Leongas, he'll come this way. Here's Francis. Francis looks for help, fakes the bounce pass. Now goes baseline to Gatz. Gatz will shoot, and he got it all net. Tom Gatz, a senior, 5'11", brings Maine South back to within 4 with 3:18 remaining. Maine South now into the press. Broken nicely as they go to Koziel. Koziel's the man they want handling the ball. Comes to Peistrup, goes inside to Markham, does not dribble, puts it off the glass too hard, and a rebound brought down by Maine South. They will run again. Here's Francis. Francis looking for help. He's going to try the baseline. Nice drive off the glass, but he can't get the shot to go. Markham brings it back. Koziel looking for help as they run. He'll try it right down the middle off the front. Rebound. Here comes Maine South on the run. Outlet pass. Francis is alone. Faces Kelly. Gets it off the glass and in. Kelly wisely laid off. Did not want to take a foul there. And it's an 8-6 game now. The Hersey lead reduced to 2 with 2:42 remaining.
Gary Francis with his first 2 points of the game on that play.
This is Koziel, works across to Melisko. There's Peistrup. He likes to shoot. He goes up off the side of the glass, gets his own rebound, and brings it back out now. Across to Melisko, back to Peistrup, fakes. Melisko waits, comes across to Koziel. Koziel back to Melisko at the free throw line, won't put it up. Feed now by Koziel to Markham. He's hit, and we've got a foul underneath. Nice movement by Hersey. Trying again to get inside to their big men, number 54, Bill Markham, and number 42, Tom Kelly. Both are juniors.
Foul is on Mark Kubo of Maine South, his first foul, 13 foul on Maine South.
Bound to Peistrup. Peistrup goes cross court now to Koziel, who goes baseline to Melisko, back to Koziel. He'll take the jumper from about 20 feet off the back of the rim, a little long. Stolen away. Oh, we've got a foul now, number 50. Mike Juneman, he went after the ball, had possession, lost it, and then got the foul.
Juneman averages around 10 points a game, and Juneman's our big rebounder underneath. He's number 1 in rebounds, and his main goal is to stop the big guys underneath.
They've got him listed as we watch a shot go up and not in by Hersey. Rebound underneath by Melisko won't go, and here's Kelly off the glass to get in. Juneman listed at 6'7", 198. I don't think he looks that big. Is it just that he's lining up against these Hersey guys, or is he maybe a...
I think it's because he's lining up against the Hersey guys. He's got 2 big guys taller than he is, and anybody looks small when you point out to a guy 6'10".
Lead cut back to 2 now, 10-8 with 1:36 left. Maine South shows a press. Koziel wants to take him on. He'll bring it up. Passes now to Melisko. Bad pass. He lobbed it. Stolen by Kubo. He'll lay it in off the glass. Beautiful move. Just a ill-advised pass by Rob Koziel, who as a fine defensive halfback for the Husky football team knows all about intercepting passes. We'll talk about some of the football connections in just a minute. We got a lot of former football players here. 10-10, 1:21 left. Joel, what are your impressions so far?
Well, Mark Kubo, first of all, played tight end, so he caught a lot of passes for the Maine South defense. And he's, with a big guy, 6'4", playing tight end, he really did a great job, and the football, as a result, did a real good job.
He's a good athlete, as is Koziel. Koziel's one you want to watch tonight. He really was an all-conference player in the Mid-Suburban League for a couple of years, started on the varsity football team for 3 years. Mark Weller, who we'll see off the bench tonight, played at Hersey, as did Jim Melisko, who's in there now. Chris Pollock did as well, and I recognize some of the names from the Maine South roster. So we've got some good athletes tonight, and they've been going at it since the start of school one way or another. I think we should have a good ball game, all things considered. They come back on the floor now. As we said, it's a 10-10 game, 1:21 left in the first quarter. Scoring has been spread out fairly evenly for all the players tonight. No one with more than 4 points, I think, thus far. Hersey's going to bring it up, will not face the press at this point. Kelly, Markham, Melisko, Koziel, and Peistrup in for Hersey. They have the ball. That's Markham. Over to Koziel to Peistrup. Comes to the near side to Melisko. Back to Peistrup. He will take it off the back of the rim. Rebound by Kubo. Outlet pass now to the far side. This is in the lane to Leongas hit Gatz. Gatz put the shot up. Did not get it, but there was a foul called.
Francis grabbed the rebound on that play and tried to go up with it and was fouled. Let's see who the foul is going to be on here. It's going to be on Jim Malisco. That's his first.
Mark Weller, who we had mentioned just a moment ago, checks in now for Peistrup. At the line, number 24, Gary Francis. He's a 6'2", 175-pound junior. First shot is true.
Francis was also a football player. He played in the backfield. He played cornerback on defense. And that Maine South's defense on football was one of the best around in the state.
He had a tremendous year. Francis has put his team in the lead for the first time tonight. Shot is up. It's a 2-point lead. It's 12-10 right now as Hersey inbounds. This is Koziel. Takes a look at the press. Comes near side to Malisco. Malisco across the line, waits for some help, and he gets it. This is Brad Weller. Stops, pulls back to Malisco. Malisco goes inside now. Turn jump shot is in by Markham. Nice touch by the big man. Now Hersey with the press. Malisco gets help from Kelly, and we've got a whistle. Traveling call. Nice pressure by Hersey.
Maine South came up a big game last night against arch rival Maine East, and we ended up on top by a score of 77-63, and our two big guys, Kubo and Juniman, were the high scorers.
Stan Holson checks in now for Coach Jerry Nelson's squad. Hersey with a tie right now, looking perhaps for a last shot in the quarter. Aaron pass is retained. Here's Markham with a turn-on jump shot. Again, a nice touch. Bill Markham, we like the way he's shooting. 17 seconds remain in the first quarter as Hersey applies the pressure, and a little too much as Mark Weller reaches in to get his first foul.
Leongas' free throw shooting, as we'll go to that, was real shoddy at the beginning of the year, but he's really improved, and he's brought it up to 59%. Coach Nelson is really happy about that.
Scoring is pretty well spread out for the Maine South team. Leongas comes in averaging 10-3, 11-8 for Francis. Kubo leading with 14-4, and Juniman 9.9 points per game, so they like to spread it around on offense. Here's Leongas at the line. He is good with his first shot. He'll step away to take the second with a chance to tie.
One of the leading scorers, Gary Francis, started last year as a sophomore. He's now a junior and has improved drastically over the past year. And I see Coach Nelson is really glad to have him play as a sophomore for some experience.
There's a great basketball tradition here at Maine South. 10 conference championships over the years, and of course the 1979 Class AA state basketball champions with a 31-1 record under Coach Sullins. Malisco on the far side. Here's Weller, top of the key. Looks, goes back to Malisco. He'll take the step and the jump. Off the back of the rim, and he gets the foul. It will count as the first quarter comes to an end with Hersey on top 16-14. Jim Mitchell courtside along with Joel Van Diggelen, and we will take a break and be back right after this. We're going to take a quick look at a replay before we get into the break. This is the last trip down the court. Malisco with the ball. See him go to Weller, back to Malisco, and he'll take the jumper from there. The buzzer sounds, the ball falls through, and we are done with 1 quarter of play at Maine South in Park Ridge.
You want the quarters, Pat?
Back at Maine South, Jim Mitchell, Joel Van Diggelen, and Joel, why don't you recap the first quarter scoring for us?
Okay, the leading scorer for both teams is Paul Leongas, who has 6. Gary Francis has 4 for the Hawks. Big scores for Hersey, Peistrup with 4, Malisco with 4, and Markham with 4.
Rebounds, 10-8 edge for Hersey in the first quarter, using their height advantage, most of them on the offensive boards. As we watch them with the ball now, here is Peistrup, who is back in the game, number 20. Goes on top to Koziel. Hersey will play for the good shot, a sign of the team coached by George Zigman, who spent many years at Arlington, now in his second year with the Hersey Huskies. This is Koziel on the far side. Tries the baseline, has no room, and he wisely brings it back on top to Peistrup. Peistrup back to Koziel. They keep the ball moving well. Good defense shown by Maine South at this point. Comes cross court to number 33. Weller. Shot is up and in. Good touch by Weller.
Weller with his first 2 points tonight as Maine South try and beats the press.
Maine South brings up court. Here's Gatz with the ball. Gatz looks for Leongas. Leongas directs his team, sends Gatz to the far side. This is Francis. Francis on the near side goes all the way across court to Gatz. Gatz underneath to Kubo, up, and he will not get the roll. Rebound by Hersey, and we're going to have a traveling call. Markham tied up his own player, and the two of them hit the floor. Well, Weller hit the floor with the ball, and the travel was called. Maine South will inbound underneath. Shot up off the glass will not go by Kubo. Rebound by Pystrup. Mark Kubo misses, and right now it's a 4-point lead for Hersey as Rob Koziel brings the ball up, works to the stripe, passes off to Pystrup, who's got the touch. Jeff Pystrup. Maine South will try to run the ball now. Francis brings it down, goes to the baseline, comes back out, looks for help, fakes the shot, over to Leongas, over to Gatz. Gatz back to Leongas on top now. Offense sets up. This is Francis. Francis looking for someone underneath, can't get it, so Leongas brings it out. Fakes, goes right into the paint to Kubo, up, will not go. Tough rebound, nice save by number 52, but it's not going to be strong enough. Good effort by Stan Holson, who is in the game, but he could not get it to one of his own players, and it's going to go over to Hersey.
Holson has good speed for a guy 6'8", and 220 pounds, as it says on the roster. I think he's closer to 240 being on the team, but he has good speed for a guy that size.
6-point lead for the Huskies now as they look to extend it. Here's Koziel, who'll go right up the lane over a nice attempt by Holson to reject him. Basket is good, and it's 22-14. Hersey trying to tie things up underneath. Maine South with a little difficulty in breaking this press. Now they find their man. This is Gatz. Gatz will feed baseline to Kubo, who goes up strong but cannot get it. Turnaround, Juneman. It was Juneman, I'm sorry, with the shot. Gets it in now on the follow.
Juneman with his first 2 points of the night.
They need to start getting some production from him. This is Pystrup who will take the shot, about a 10-footer. It goes off the back and won't go. Francis comes out, and as usual, Maine South is on the run. Francis tries the right side. It is rejected, almost stolen by Koziel. Now he finds his man. That's Juneman. Nice touch off the back of the rim. Won't go. Kept in play by Maine South and controlled by Hersey.
Juneman's usually good with those outside shots. He usually makes about half of them, which is about what you want to expect.
Yeah, I was told before the game for a big man, he has a nice touch, and he's also a fine passer. We're looking for him to get involved in the offense at this point. Near side now for Hersey is Koziel. He tries to drive off the glass and won't go. Rebound to Maine South, tied up. 2 players hit the floor. It's going to be a Maine South fall. It was Juneman and Koziel. And Koziel will go for anything that is within reach of his fingertips. He's a very aggressive ball player.
Also a very, very good player. I hear he made the all-conference team last year in that particular conference, and he looks like an all-around good player.
Comes from a fine family of great athletes that have started at Hersey over the past 10 years or so. We've got a call now against number 20. That's Pystrup. Maine South will inbound. Nope, he'll go to the line. It'll be a 1-and-1 situation.
Gary Francis will go to the line. He is 2 for 2 so far tonight, and he's a 66% free throw shooter on the year. One of our big free throw shooters. Our leading free throw shooter is Juneman, big 6'7" guy, averaging 78% from the line.
Francis cuts the lead to 5, and he'll get another effort here. 4:51 left in the first half. Toes the line and gives the basket a good look. Shot is off the back of the rim and rebounded strong by number 42, Tom Kelly. Koziel brings his troops down now, sets him up, bounce pass to the near side to Weller. Weller goes cross court to Pystrup. He will shoot left-hand shot, and he is hot tonight.
Pystrup with 8 points, the leading scorer for Hersey, and as you say, he's pretty hot tonight.
Got a blocking foul on Koziel, trying to apply the defensive pressure at the Maine South end of the floor.
Foul is on Koziel. That's his first, and got a number of guys on Hersey having 1 foul.
There's another look at the play. This is with Hersey in possession. Pystrup shot, the left-handed as you see, and it went right through. He's been hitting nothing but net today. At the line now, Paul Leongas. Replays provided to us by director Fred Straub tonight. CableNet crew. First shot is good.
Leongas is 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Make it 4 for 4, Joel. Maine South shows a half-court press at this point. Now they drop back. They're in a man-to-man defense, it looks like, at this point. Koziel tries to work that. Goes to the far side now. Spinning move comes back to Weller. Weller's looking to the far side. Aggressive defense by Maine South. Nice pressure. Now Weller gets the lane all to himself. Misses off the glass. Rebound strong to Maine South. They will, of course, run down court. 20 is Tom Getz. Getz looks to the far side now. Baseline move. Drive into the lane. Juneman, nice move. Beautiful move by Mike Juneman. And that is the best effort we have seen by Maine South on a trip down the court tonight. Good ball movement.
That's the kind of movement Juneman has all year long, and he's really been a big key along with Kubo. Those two big guys underneath, grabbing rebounds and making shots like that.
42, Tom Kelly picked up his second foul on the play. Juneman's going to try and make it a three-pointer. Here's the move. You see the pass underneath, and he makes a beautiful move. Saw himself under the basket, hesitated, and went up with the right hand off the glass. Juneman trying to cut the lead to 2 now as he steps up to the line. A good free throw shooter, as Joel has mentioned. Soft touch, and it's right through. We got a 2-point game, 24-22. 3:59 left in the first half.
He's one of the few consistent free throw shooters, and you don't see a touch like that on the line.
Koziel takes the lane all to himself. He'll get the basket to go, and a foul on Leongas. And as soon as you see a play like that by Juneman, it's a competitor like Koziel that's going to take the ball himself down the floor the next time and try and even the score and get his team right back in it, and he did it that time.
Got 3:50 left in the half. Hersey is up by 4 by the score of 26-22. And
Rob Koziel is 6'1", 170-pound senior, and good look at him here. He'll take his time at the line. Measure his shot. Takes the breath, and it's up. Off the glass won't go, but the rebound is there by Kelly, and we're going to have a foul called on Stan Holson. No question about that call. It's Markham who grabbed the rebound. Found a hand in his face.
Olsen is the guy underneath who takes place of Kubo and Juneman when they come out of the game, and you need height. You got Stan Holson, and
got height and width with Holson. He's a junior.
Good frame.
Nice arching shot on the free throw attempt. It's good. Markham will get a second. Hersey has opened up a 5-point lead again. Maine South has crossed the deficit once to go in the lead early or late in the first quarter, but since then it's been Hersey again back on top. Markham is good. Hersey calls off the press. Maine South will still hustle the ball down and try and set things up now. So Leongas goes to this side to Francis. Francis loses the dribble, goes cross court to Gatz. Gatz will push it up a little hard. Missed everything, and the rebound comes down to Hersey. That was Chris Pollock. Pollock hands to Koziel, who comes across center court. Will take the pick by Pollock. Goes to Kelly in the corner, back to Koziel. Koziel looks for someone breaking, doesn't get him, so he comes to Peistrup on top. Peistrup back to Koziel. Koziel will now take the left-hand dribble and work his way towards the center of the court. Looks for the lane, works off a pick. He's got the baseline, hesitates, hands it right in the lane to Markham, but we've got a 3-second call. And boy, he is vacationing in the lane on that play. The ref caught that.
Markham is in the lane too long, and when you get a guy 6'10" in the lane, everybody notices you because of your height. They're ahead of everybody else, so
it's hard to hide. He was lining himself up to get the rebound for Koziel, and Koziel then hesitated on the shot, and that's what set up the predicament. Francis takes a spinning jumper, and he's got it. A nice move. He uses a glass. And with 3 minutes left, it's 28-24. Hersey looks over to Coach George Zigman to see what he would like on offense. Koziel will set it up. Looks like they're setting up to the far side. We'll take a quick look down court at that shot by Francis. As we come back to action now, we've got a shot off the front of the rim and in for Markham.
Markham has 6 points so far, and very well played effort so far.
Ball lost in the lane by Maine South. Here comes Hersey on the run. Peistrup likes to set things up. He'll bring it down and slow it down at the top of the key. Goes over to Pollock, and Pollock to Kelly. Kelly's going to think about the shot, says no. Comes back to Pollock. Pollock fakes the pass, takes the dribble, goes across the lane to Peistrup, who puts up his left-hander, and he's got 10 points for the night. It's an 8-point lead again for Hersey. Just over 2 minutes left. Maine South ready to make a substitution at the next whistle. Francis goes underneath, throws the ball. He was looking for Holson. And into the game comes Dietrick, a 6'3", 175-pound senior. We've got a whistle here for a timeout with 2:05 left. And the coaches will take their troops together now. Jerry Nelson wants his team to settle down a little bit and try and get that shot underneath that they've been successful with and the opportunities when it's been there.
We seem to be a little bit in a hurry, and it's a good reason to be when you're down by 8, but we got plenty of time to try and get things together here and get our act together and get ready for the second half.
Okay, we've got a couple minutes of action left here in the first half. We'll be back with it right after this. There's got tangled up. Markham is okay. There's a baseline effort by Koziel, who is hammered.
Foul's going to be in Maine South, and they're already over the limit, so they'll take care of that. The foul is on Dietrick, just came into the game, his first foul.
Yeah, it is now Dietrick, Kubo, Gatz, Leongas, and Juniman who are in for Maine South. Koziel measures the free throw, and it's through. Looking now to go to a double-digit lead should he pick up this shot. Just about a minute and a half left until halftime. It's been a quick game. Not really a lot of whistles so far. Well played. 34-24 as Koziel sets the second of his free throws through. And back comes Paul Leongas over to Tom Gatz. Maine South sets it up. Leongas will get things going. Left-handed dribble, stops, looks for some help, comes across to Juniman. Juniman down now to Gatz. Gatz back to Juniman. Juniman at the high post at this point, gives it to Gatz, back to Juniman. Juniman looking, goes in the lane. Turnaround jumper is up by Dietrick, won't go, tipped, and here's Koziel on the run. He's got Peistrup. Peistrup takes it, back to Koziel, and it's out of bounds. Peistrup was in a little too deep to hit Koziel with that pass. Koziel did not have a step ahead of him, nor behind him. They were parallel, didn't work. Hersey gets the ball, though.
According to the officials on that play, Maine South knocked it out, but according to looking at the faces, it didn't look so good.
Peistrup misses on this one. Yeah, I question the call myself. Maine South, though, comes off none the worse for wear with the rebound. Nice feed underneath, and the basket made by Kubo. That's when Maine South is effective, when they can get their man underneath the basket, facing the basket, and the layups have worked very well tonight. Right now, 34-26, just under a minute left in the first half. Peistrup goes to Markham, to Koziel. Near side, looks for the baseline. It's not there. He'll bring it back on top to Pollock. Pollock over to Peistrup to Pollock. Pollock hesitates now, up in the air to Peistrup. Peistrup again, playing catch. They'll spread it out and go for the last shot here. This is Koziel, looks things over. Referee lets him know where he stands with respect to the time. He's got the count. Koziel saying nobody's coming to get me. Pollock takes the dribble. Now Koziel. Koziel glances up at the clock with 15 seconds. They'll make their move towards the basket soon. Koziel looking. Maine South spread out well on the defense. Down to 8 seconds. Koziel, they drop back now. He tries to drive, won't go. Here's Peistrup, 4 to Koziel. He'll have to shoot with 2. Gets it off. It's in. And that is the end of the first half. Nice spread offense by Hersey to pick up that final basket, give themselves a 10-point lead, and that's what they will take to the locker room.
Well, Maine South hasn't, if you look on Maine South's viewpoint here, you're only down by 2 points at the end of the first quarter, and things did not go well in the second quarter. Koziel put in a number of shots. He has 10 points so far. Jeff Peistrup also put in a number of shots, and
it's interesting, as you mentioned, that the two leading scorers for Hersey are the guards when we've been talking about their strength up in front, but those two guys have been hot. Peistrup from the outside, Koziel on the drives through the lane.
Markham has surprised me a little bit on how much he's been outside. I thought he'd be more of an inside shooter, and I've seen him take a couple of shots from 15, 18 feet, and that really surprised me a bit.
He's got a nice touch and handles the ball well. We'll be back to talk about that and some other things during the halftime here at Maine South. Let's take a break right now.
boy Mike, I stop 'em cold. Part of the defense, big and bold. I've been jamming for quite a while, doing what's right and setting the style. Give me a chance, I'll rock you good. Nobody messing in my neighborhood. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I just came to do the Super Bowl shuffle. We are the Bears shuffling.
A mama's boy Otis, one of a kind. The ladies all looking for my body and my mind. I'm slick on the floor as I can be, but ain't no sucker gonna get past me. Some guys are jealous of my style and class. That's why some end up on that. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I'm just getting down to the Super Bowl shuffle.
I'm L.A. Mike and I play it cool. They don't sneak by me cause I'm no fool. I fly on the field and get on down. Everybody knows I don't mess around. I can break 'em, shake 'em any time of day. I like to steal it and make 'em pay. So please don't try to beat my hustle, cause I'm just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
We are the Bears shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good, blowing your mind like we knew we would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
The sack man's coming, I'm your man Dent. Is a quarterback slow, he's gonna get bent. We stop the run, we stop the pass. I like to dump guys on there. We love to play for the world best fan. Let's shoot practice, Super Bowl shuffle.
It's Gary here, and I'm Mr. Clean. They call me Hitman, don't know what they mean. They throw it long and watch me run. I'm on my man, one-on-one. Buddies, guys, cover it down to the bone. That's why they call us the 46 zone. Come on, everybody, let's scream and yell. We're gonna do the shuffle, then ring your bell. Gary here, and I'm Mr. Clean. They call me Hitman, don't know what they mean. They throw it long and watch me run. I'm on my man, one-on-one. Buddies, guys, cover it down to the bone. That's why they call us the 46 zone. Come on, everybody, let's scream and yell. We're gonna do the shuffle, then ring your bell.
You're looking at the Frizz, I'm the rookie. I may be large, but I'm no dumb cookie. You see me here.